Hey Libra, I'm back with a twin. Well, I am Gemini. Sorry, I've got to laugh at myself. HRC is kicking in, so I'm going back through the teenage things, I think. So you've got to laugh at yourself. I'm not going to add it. It's natural. I'm a woman. We have women things. So I'm delving straight in. These are going to be extenders if you are on my Patreon. Or you're welcome to join my Patreon if you want the extenders to these readings. Also, I'm still working on the Patreon readings for October, November, December. They will be posted on the 29th and the 30th of September on Patreon. And overall of 2024 and what's to come for the end of 2024, because it is a big ass year. And that full moon, that super moon that we've just had in Pisces, oh my God. Well, that was an eye-opener, should I say, especially in my life. I feel like it has with everybody, but I don't know. Well, I do know. I've just had a client in and he suffered the same. But since that full moon, I have had headaches, migraines, that my head is just constant. So I'm doing these now while I can, because I know I can feel another one coming. It's just there at the moment, but we'll just persist. So I'm going to dive straight in. Got some new cards, but I'm going to use them on the extended. I'm going to be using the Yin Yang Tarot, the Lilith designs, because they're blunt and because they give good storyline, to be quite honest. So I'm delving for my Libras. Libra, the main energy. Libra. Oh, Libra, the main energy, a higher self activation. So that full moon in Pisces, and you are one of the signs that are being kind of thrown into the mix for the next 3-4 months. And you are going to be going through this high self activation. So you may start with feeling headache, ascension flus, bit of dark night of the soul. You know, down days, up days. It's like a bit of a roller coaster, but you are going through a higher self activation. So let's see what's crossing or challenging that. Yep. The challenge is the moon. We have the shadow side and we have the dark night. So the challenge is, yes, the dark night of the soul, falling into that pit of despair. It is a spiritual period it's a spiritual period of desolation that is needed for the next part of your journey, because you're ascending. So we kind of look back over the past. It's the shadow parts of yourself. Where have you been too soft in life? Where have you said yes where you should have said no? What issues have we not dealt with? What karmic issues have we not dealt with from the past? What issues of grief, self-sabotage, where we've not felt good enough. That's all that's coming up with this energy, but it's coming up for a reason, because your higher self is being activated. So you are coming into like this dream work, like this teamwork makes the dream work energy with you and your higher self. Sorry, I'm looking over there. I keep forgetting that my camera's there now. I do it every single time, so you're probably used to me now. Why is it coming around now for my Libras? Because it is a time for reflection, projection. It's a time to look deep into yourself. Have you been projecting onto other people, or have you been accepting projections from other people in certain situations? Does it feel like the universe is projecting in areas where you feel that you haven't done good enough in, or it's time to reflect. It's time to reflect. That mirror is broken. It's time for the new mirror, and that's what we get with the higher self activation. We are no longer mirroring. All 3 cards are dark, in a sense, but in the darkness, that's where we find the power. It's the yin yang, it's duality. Sorry, I'm laughing. My cat is stood right up on the window looking at some kids outside, and they're all finding it amusing. Zeus being his typical self. The universe is a mirror, and they're saying like it's time to get your new mirror. Recent past, you've already started focusing on your firm foundations. This could be houses, this could be your mental health, finances. You know, it's about forming solid structure and firm foundations. So you've already started to work on that, on yourself. And at present, we've got trust in divine timing. There's a weight. I feel like it's a self-imposed weight. So you're waiting on something, and it's, yeah, see, it's okay. The good thing is that you are like working on forming solid structure and foundations, that type of thing. But Spirit are now saying, now it's time for you. Now it's time to work on you. Where have you been self-sabotaging? Your thoughts. Your thoughts. Sorry. Your thoughts have been self-sabotaging. It's like the isolation of the thoughts. So there's a need to talk. There's a need to journal. There's a need to release the thoughts. So there could have been a lot of overthinking that have been going on. But it's also thoughts about, there's like a war going on, because what's best for me? You know, it's self-love and intentions. So it's about making the right decisions in order for yourself, rather than taking on board reflection and projection from other people or situations and other people that are going to be affected by certain decisions and stuff. What they're saying now is you've got to trust in divine timing. You've got to trust in your higher self in order to make the right decisions for you. So there could be some tough decisions coming up from an emotional stance, but you are doing the shadow work right now, Libra. So I feel like it's dealing with things from the past, because it's all going forward towards family, you know, home, commitment, you know. So your thoughts are, yeah, when we have, you know, I'm a single mom, my thoughts are, even though my children are adults, well, my youngest is 16, then they're all adults after that. But all my thoughts are always on, how is this going to affect them? How is this going to affect them? So that is what I'm working on now, because one day they're not going to be here, and then they're going to be, you know, they're going to fly the nest. I need to focus on myself. What am I committed to? So I need to commit to myself. Libra, you look like you are wanting to commit in family, in home, in relationships, you know. It feels like it's like we're going to the next step. We're wanting the next step. You could already be in that relationship wanting the next step, or you could be on your own working through that shadow work, because you're realizing what you want, and the shadow part of yourself is blocking certain things from happening. So this week they're asking you to work on your shadow self and trust in divine timing that things will always work out. If someone has been projecting their shit onto you as well, always take heed in that, because it's a projection. You know, when people say nasty things, sometimes they can use us as a mirror. So I get it quite a lot. I am a trigger. I am a walking human trigger. I'm like Marmite. People either love me or they hate me, because I mirror. They'll see in me what they don't like about themselves, or they'll see in me what they do like about themselves. Don't know if it's the Gemini energy, or in fact I'm like path 11. I'm a spiritual illuminator, so I do wake people up to that type of thing. But I do bring that out in people. I bring the truth out in people, and people don't like it. You know, Libra's got that energy this week. You know, your power though is fate, divine intervention. If there is a detour this week, it is happening because fate is stepping in, the divine is stepping in. So Gemini had this as well. So now I'm wondering if there's an air element to this. The outside influence towards that is something you've been avoiding. That came up in the Gemini reading as well. So it's something that you've been avoiding, or something that you've not dealt with. It will be dealt with. The divine is saying it's time to deal with it. It's time to deal with this. It's part of your shadow work, because then your self-love is creating the new. It's time to kind of throw the old mirror away. You know, there ain't no superstition, 7 years bad luck, all that. One of my Libras, whatever, someone might have smashed a mirror and be thinking, oh, but do not put that on yourself. Do not ever put bad luck on yourself by saying, oh, I've got bad luck. I've seen one magpie, or I've seen, it's all superstition. It's all superstition. Don't fall for superstition. See, your hopes are your ancestral guides. That you've got that guidance around you, and you've got people in spirit. You've got the universe working with you. So not all is lost. I feel like you know where people have been mirroring, or where you've been mirroring, or kind of deflecting things. You're going through a higher self-activation. You will be trusting your gut. You will seriously be trusting your gut. Yeah. Do not feel like you have to commit to certain things. I know we do have family, home and commitment. That's all loving. That's all nice. But I do feel like there's also things that you need to look at. If the mirror is smashed, it's smashed. It can't be, you know, you are breaking some kind of karmic commitment, a contract. It could be in career, that type of thing. It's like something has hit a brick wall, and it's time for you to kind of say, do you know what, this has hit a brick wall. In order to fulfill your own wish, they're asking you to sweep something to the side, and it could be hard, because especially if it's like a family member or a business partnership or something like that, and it's not working. Sometimes we stay in that energy because we feel we have to, out of loyalty, and you know, it could even be friendships and stuff. It creates a block in order for you to move forward. They're asking you to shift this block because you are going through a higher self-activation. It's time to dust that broken mirror away. Get the brand new mirror. You know, you focus on your family, your home, your commitments, rather than other people's. So you may be being dragged into drama, that type of thing. Take it as it resonates. If you are, cut it off. Do not get involved. Focus on you. Focus on yours. I'm going to go deeper in the extended Libra, but if this is where I leave you, I'm going to love you and leave you. Please give me a thumbs up if you like the reading. Also, check that you are subscribed. I've had a couple of messages saying that YouTube actually unsubscribed some of my followers. So I did a bit of a Google, and it seems to be happening to quite a few of the smaller channels. So yeah, make sure that you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you over on Patreon if you're there for the extended. Bye.